The mean number of students per classroom, y, at Central High School can be estimated using the equation this, where x represents the number of years since 2004 and x is less than or equal to 10. Which of the following statements is the best interpretation of the number 0.8636 in the context of this problem? We have this equation, and notice it's a linear equation. So 8636x plus 27.227. This is like y equals mx plus b, where this number, the number we're interested in for the problem, is the m, or the slope. So this is another one of those questions about interpreting what the real life, what the slope represents in a real life situation. So what does it represent here? Well, it represents, of course, the change in y over the change in x. That's what the definition of the slope is. The change in y, well, y is the mean number of students per classroom. So it's the change in the mean over the change in x, the change in the years. So slopes always represent rates of change. So when we look at choices A and B, the estimated mean number of students per classroom in 2004, the estimated mean number of students per classroom in 2014. This is going to have nothing to do with an absolute value of, in this case, number of average students. This is a rate of change in that number, right? This is more right here. This y-intercept at x equals 0. In other words, in 2004. The average is going to be 27.227, but that has nothing to do with the slope. So we can get rid of A and B. So C and D both have to do with changes. So the estimated yearly decrease in the mean number of students or the estimated yearly increase in the mean number of students. Well, since this is positive, this is going to be an increase because each year this number is going to increase by 0.8636, right? When x equals 1, you're going to add 1 of these on. When x equals 2, you're going to add 2 of these 8636s on, and so on. So this is an estimated yearly increase. Notice it's the yearly increase. So it's the change per year in this quantity, and it's not a decrease. So we can go with choice D. Yet another question about linear equations, yet another question where we have to understand the meaning of certain variables or certain quantities, in this case slope, given a real-life scenario. So again, this is the trend we see, going to be something we're really going to want to work on for this particular test, because not only are they going in the direction of more real-life cases, but they're narrowing the focus on things like lines, slopes, and their interpretations in those contexts.